Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Avowed and to our playthrough on Path of the Damned difficulty with generally most of the HUD features turned off, if not all of them. Except for when we are, every so often when we're doing some fighting or picking up items or the like. Anyway, let's pick this up where we left off. We'll talk to Marius and Kai about what just happened when we killed Big Wolf last episode.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. He killed you, you killed him. Seems like a win-win situation.
I can't tell from your tone whether you approve or not.
I haven't decided yet myself. I suppose it doesn't matter now. Unless someone's still out there handing out resurrections. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway.
That's enough for now.
If I must.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered.
As someone who's been on the other end of a poisoned arrow, I am.
I'd say he can learn a thing or two from you. But he'll have to take that lesson to his next life. It's a shame. As odd as it sounds, I think he really would have left you alone.
I gave him a fair fight. Something he denied me.
A fair fight? Huh. It's always struck me as a funny notion. He shot you with poison from the shadows. Many would call that a coward's act. But what other chance does a lone man have against imperial power? And who fights fair when survival is on the line?
I'm not interested in a philosophical debate.
Yeah, few locals, other than the animancers of Fjord, are. Most debates get settled with sharp objects. Unfortunately for you, I think this means we haven't seen the last of this conflict. Egwolf isn't the only hothead in the living lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse.
From what I've seen, this place could use a little order.
No doubt. The whole of Paradise used to be a lot more like the Sparrowhawks' territory, if you can believe it. More freedom, but more bodies in the streets, too. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodika herself.
I've always found them to be too zealous for my liking.
Mine, too. I understand discipline, but you've got to know when to give. It remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig are rowing in the same direction. But I fear there's trouble on the horizon, especially if the Steel Garrote's tactics win out.
I'm here to investigate the Dream Scourge, not mediate between Hilgard and the Steel Garrote.
Like it or not, their differences could make trouble for you, especially since the Steel Garrote is here under Adir's flag. And I worry about what that means for the rest of us.
Something's on your mind?
Just thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him down. I've let a few people down over the years. But I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts.
You served the Emperor of Adir. I hope that won't be a problem.
If you're going to put a stop to what we saw in the Strangle Route, I don't care what power you serve. None of us have a future if the Dream Scourge spreads. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night. Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can.
That's all. Good night, Kai.
I'll be here if you need me.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
Why do you keep showing up in my dreams?
Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know. A life for a life. A killer's blood billows in the drain, dead like the bear. We do not understand. Was this a mercy too?
I couldn't be sure he would stop coming for me. I wish things were different. I mean, really. That's really the best option here for me, I think. None of these are great. But oh well.
Eat or bleed. Rule of the wild. We know these shapes. Still. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony.
Pardon me.
We could not forgive.
Enough. Let it go.
Petals disperse on the wind. Wake now. We have tending to do.
Maybe I didn't. Oh well.
So-called godless people. Disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by.
I'm not one for walking up to altars. Maybe leave this one alone.
Alright, we got ourselves a level up. also have strong healing fruits. More damaging criticals. Also really solid. Actually, we'll grab that. Let's pop Might up to level 5, and then we'll start pumping into Perception.
We have been here before. Does the new earth settle beneath your feet?
I see no footprints but my own. Do animals avoid this place?
They flee the roar of thunder. It shakes the birds out of the trees. Even now, they smell fear.
What do they have to be afraid of?
Now our memory is a wound, reopened.
What do you remember?
For generations, the Akita wandered the land, seeds in the wind. A storm had tossed them to our shores. They were branches without roots. Then you, Kishimal, were born with our face. Our flowers bloomed in your hair. Your people saw a sign of greatness.
A gift.
A blessing, one with a heavy price. The elders trained you not as a child, but as a paragon. They expected everything. They forgave nothing. The responsibility was like a stone. Help us remember, Kishimal. How did you bear the weight?
I turned inward and punished myself more harshly than the elders ever could.
Your attempts to douse your own fire could not diminish your light. Where you saw disappointment, your people saw wisdom and strength. When you came of age, turmoil stirred. Lightning split the bark. Some tired of their exile. They wanted to return to their ancestral lands.
They were misguided. Our prospects lay in front of us, not behind.
You both wanted the best for your people. How could you reconcile? A bud opened. A comet streaked across the sky. You had a vision. You dreamed of a city where the sea swept into the wood, a place to flourish, to gather, more than a settlement, a home. What did you envision in your fitful sleep, Kishimal?
Agriculture, forges, aqueducts. We needed to be self-sufficient.
After years of hunger, the Akita deserved stability. You could not nourish your souls without nourishing your bodies first. So the carpenters and masons set out, but we resisted them. What was a wall to a trailing vine, an arch to a mighty oak?
I told them to build in harmony with nature, even if the city was not as grand.
The Akita's fate hung by spider silk. You knew you must adapt. Months became years, and the people stood in awe of what they built. It eclipsed the lands of their ancestors, its spires challenged the clouds. How did you feel as you gazed upon your masterwork?
I only saw more to be done.
Your greatest trial awaited you. The people reasoned that the one who had built the city should lead it. A chorus of their voices joined in one. Another wait. Some claimed that this was the destiny your birth foretold. Tell us, Ishmael, how did you lead?
I listened to the people's concerns, even when my body cried out for rest.
To lead is to serve. You always knew this. We should like that to be our way. In time, others came to revere you for your selflessness. You were an example to be followed. They saw what they themselves could be. So your reign passed, a year into an age. The seas rose and fell until one day, nothing. Silence.
Is that the end of the vision?
We see ash. Devastation. A lifetime reduced to dust. We can remember no more, no matter how far we reach back.
Were we invaded? Were we conquered?
It is fruitless. A void. A tremor in the Adra. Perhaps it should not be known. Yet one shape shines through the canopy of our memory. A face amid the rubble. You, Ishmael. What became of you?
I perished in the city's collapse.
When the people found you, their grief ran like a river. They planted a garden to honor the one who made a home for them. Though your great city was lost forever, they rebuilt, and we learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Remembrance of Kishimal. Increases your maximum health by 10%.
Envoy. Oh, gods. Thought maybe we lost you for a minute there. You are here, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, look at what we have here now.
Nice job, everyone.
Let's check our inventory. We're drawn in winter. We'll deconstruct that. Get some Magra and steel. Also, eat something.
Unseen, unheard.
Need to get up to that elder up there.
Pleasure on my side. Let's see what you got. Who's ready for more?
Never trust a waterfall. Who knows what's hiding back there? Zarps and ogres don't raid for fun. Raid because people turn hunting grounds into farmland. I shouldn't need to tell you that ogres are dangerous. Just look at that one.
Keep quiet.
So are you ever gonna move, buddy?
Time to die.
Bounty down. Construct that as well.
that it?
Ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take lead. Nothing like a win with a good team. Aye, aye.
There's a ghost.
Cheap, fertile land. Too good to be true, you say.
You were the one who told me we should try our hands at farming.
The land under our feet is nothing but clay and salt.
Who says we can't try anyway?
If you came all this way for arable land, you might as well get back on your ship and leave.
Actually, I've come on behalf of the Emperor of Eder.
Maybe he can help us.
We're not taking another stranger at their word.
He's a godlike, not a stranger. What have we got to lose? A gentleman sold us his farm, sight unseen, of course. He boasted of making a fortune off the living lands.
We risked everything for this opportunity, but the place is in shambles and the earth is barren.
I assume getting your money back is out of the question.
The scoundrel took our coin and ran. It's a miracle the deed was legitimate.
So do we find a way to squeeze life out of this dead farm? Or do we cut our losses?
Dawnshore needs farms. Let me finance yours on behalf of Eder.
Oh my goodness! This is more than enough for seed, and we'll need workers for tilling the soil.
One thing at a time, my love. I don't know how to thank you, but if you want us to farm, we'll farm. Our first harvest is dedicated to Adir, and that's a promise.
Not the advice I would have given, but I guess miracles happen.
You know, sometimes it's kinder not to give people false hope.
Letter to the Oracle. This letter appears to be unsent. Though smooth now, it bears evidence of having been previously folded into the shape of a paper glider. Mr. Oracle, you've been very generous with your sellings, and I appreciate that, but the Adirans have started asking around about me at the market. Isn't often regular folk are caught carrying purses full of gold, you understand. Now that they've gone and started inspecting all the shipments coming through the port, I can't afford to keep ferrying your goods. The sciences aren't exactly illegal in the city, but the Steel Garrote people don't much like it either, and I'm starting to think I might end up at the bottom of the river if we keep this up. Sorry. I know you'll understand. Neil.
Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't an easy place to make a life, but it breeds resourcefulness.
Hide it under the water. Honestly, it's not a bad plan as smuggling operations go.
Do you think anyone else will try it?
Not while we're around, they will. Envoy, we didn't realize you were in the area.
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
What happened to you?
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution.
I don't see any equipment around.
We threw it in the river.
We?
The point is, we didn't want anyone to reassemble it. They've got more opportunists than mushrooms out here. In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
Did you find anything of note on the body?
Haven't searched him yet. We were only meant to be keeping watch, you understand? You're welcome to take a look if you think you'll find anything useful.
I'll ask you to refrain from using the lift, though.
Your commander sent a message that I'd be coming. Didn't you receive it?
No.
Did that carrier pigeon get lost again?
Stupid flying rat. Apologies, Envoy. Go ahead.
But if you bring so much as an Audra stone with you, we'll find out.
Focus. Neil, I find myself in need of a third essence generator and another parcel of resonance amplifiers. I know it was a bear wrestling the last shipment from our friends in Fjord, but my master there has led me to believe that they have more than they can use, and thus can stand to spare a few. Should they make a fuss, I release you to offer them an extra selling for each machine they'll part with. I have included an extra here for you. Walk in the light, Sargamis.
Quiet, Nimduke.
This one's mine.
Yeah.
I got it. What's this?
Well, that was fun.
Should get something to eat again here.
Here. This is the path Offric told us about. Yeah.
That was quite a view.
If you look, you can see Fort Northreach from here.
Oh. Too soon.
Yeah, you know, I think we might actually just call it a day here. I think we will. Also, look down there. Got brambles down there. That's all. That's going to be something for the next episode. I hope you'll join me for that when we do that. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Please do take care, be safe, enjoy life, and good night and good luck. Bye-bye.